How's it going, guys? We're back with some more Legends. And, still running this Fireball Furnace Yeti Army. Dude, it's so good. Bad days happen. But, I've been averaging, like I said, it's probably not 290 now. It's probably, high 280s. Probably, 288, 290. It might be 290, but either way, that's irrelevant. Today we did really good. We got blessed on defense. We did really good today. Yesterday was kind of a flop. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't do as good as I wanted to, but 290 is pretty good. So and actually the day's about to reset in like a couple seconds. So let's check where we are in the world. We are like 1.6k, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into the first attack. Okay, first base. This is it's actually a very common base. If you go to 3-star in the sun, I can almost guarantee you're gonna see this base. I've seen this base probably 8 times in fucking 3-star in the sun, and it's pretty simple. Sometimes if your warden paths wrong, it can be kind of sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, this attack right here, it's crushed at the end, but I will say I was kind of worried about 1-starring. But it's just because my warden didn't walk over to get the super whiz, and I should have waited. I should have waited to see what direction, because the base is symmetrical, so I was gonna see. I should have waited and see to which way he was gonna go, because we want him to kind of clear out a path, you know what I mean? I want him to clear out these buildings, so and then walk up this side over here, so I can suey up this side with the log. But he just doesn't go out and take this super whiz. He goes and takes out this one, so I should have switched my plan to up this side instead of the side that I did. But that's okay. But once again, it just goes to show how strong the army is. That even when things don't go to plan, you can still crush the base. This is, it was kind of sketch, I'm not gonna lie, but, I think the base is still crushed. I don't really remember. I think I still have my Duke, Warden, and Queen alive, so that's pretty crushed if you ask me, but I really like this army. There's more room for error than you would think, but you see, because he didn't clear out that super whiz, so my king went to this inner compartment, so I had to recall to the outside. And my log didn't even get that invis tower, and that's what really, kind of scared me. I was like, oh shit, dude, I might 1-star off rip. But, this approach is just, it's so goated that it just doesn't even matter, as long as you use your spells right and keep that warden alive, you're not gonna fail, man. A bunch of air scouts on the Duke, but you see, Duke's still alive. The Duke literally soloed that entire town hall compartment, and he's only level 17. But see, dude, it's crushed. I thought the king died, but no. 4 heroes still alive. That's insane. Let's jump to the next one. Okay, this base. This is actually, I've seen this base, a lot. I haven't actually, this is actually my first time attacking it, but I've seen my clanmates and stuff attack this base before, and to be honest, I don't really like my approach for this. It probably would have been better if I didn't, well, you'll see in the attack, but obviously, if you fireball this lava launcher, it doesn't look like it, but you actually get, you get this other multi-inferno, by the way. And if you kind of look, your warden's going into a lot of damage, like Spitter, Expo, Rico, multi-arch, so you're gonna need to pre-fire your rage like I did. Before he even steps into those defenses, you need to go ahead and rage your warden. But you'll see I accidentally pop an early king ability. I try, because my queen and my warden are very close to it, or not my warden, my king and my queen are very close together on my screen. So sometimes I end up accidentally popping my king ability early, which is it's detrimental, I'm not gonna lie. But we go ahead and recall the war. I didn't really know where else to recall him. I don't really like my recall spot because, as you can see, the base is mirrored, and I just recalled him to the other side. But this time, when I recall him, I don't have an extra rage to keep him alive like I did on the initial charge, so he ends up just dying. So I think recalling him over to in front of this multi-gear, I think that would be better, because after he deals with the multi-gear, you can distract it with like a hog rider or something. Once you deal with the multi-gear, like, your warden should be pretty safe over there, generally speaking, at least for a little bit anyway. At least for like, at least till your Sui gets down there to support him. So if I had to redo this attack, I think I would recall him over to 9 o'clock side. But I do like the log through the town hall. I don't really see any flame flinger value on this base. Seeing that isolated, or it was not, well, yeah, it is kind of seeing this isolated town hall compartment. On isolated town hall compartments, I don't really look for flame flinger value off the bat. I probably should, but like, on isolated town halls, not only can you get away with a log launcher, I feel it's just generally best because you're not risking the 1-star. So I feel like, I feel like generally speaking, it's just best to it's just like, especially if you're using this army, just don't even worry about trying to get a flame flinger. Like, on an isolated town hall with this much like fireball value in the core, like, you don't need a freaking flame flinger. But this base is still crushed. Dragon Duke's at full HP. Got the Queen at full HP along with the Giant. Giant, he's almost at full HP, but let's move to the next one. Actually, I want to show you our Clan War League. Well, not really like show you. I'm actually I'm in C1 C1 this season. Usually I don't do CWL. This is actually my first time in C1, so I just want to let you guys know I will be making a video on it when it's done. I'll kind of just cover all of my attacks and maybe some cool attacks from clanmates. Destro's in here. You guys probably know who that is. Like, if you don't, you live under a rock. But, I'll show some of Destro's attacks and some other cool attacks that I found. But, let's get into the next one. Okay, so this base, I've actually never seen this base in my life, so just my initial reaction to this is like, okay, I don't really see good, I mean, there is kind of flame flinger value. Like, you could snipe this mortar up top, and then also snipe this X-bow, and kind of just like flame flinger all of this. But my initial reaction was, I was like, okay, what's this kind of box style? If I just like clear out this compartment and warden charge down here, I can just recall him over here afterward, and then I can just straight line log launcher up this side. So I was like, and the modifiers being only 15% right now, that you can just get away with that, and it's actually like kind of crushed again. But if the modifiers were 20%, I'd probably try to go for a flame flinger up top. I don't know. Actually, I don't know, because it's like, the log really supports the Sui and kind of like ensures the Sui gets the town hall. So like, I don't know. But that was my initial reaction anyway. Like, because it's not like super obvious, like gigantic flinger value. It's more flinger value than I initially realized. Now that I'm like doing this video and looking back at it, it's just a little bit more than I thought. But yeah, initial reaction, I was like, well, I can just log launcher. I'm not even going to worry about trying to set up a freaking flinger. I was like, I don't even think it's worth it when, like, I don't necessarily even need it. That's the really nice thing about this army. It's like, you don't have to be, like, dark, setting up flame flingers left and right to 3-star, which is really nice. At least for us normal folk. Like, I swear, like, Dark and Synthé, I swear they built those dudes in a lab, like, for Clash of Clans. They built them in a lab specifically to play Clash of Clans. I swear. But yeah, dude, that is kind of like massive flinger value. I kind of wish that I went for that, I'm not going to lie. But, we still get it done. See? Log launcher. Nothing really path to that freaking scatter, so I kind of like send a Hog Rider in to like pray that the poor Hog Rider gets it. And then the Skelly doesn't really do anything because of this multi-inferno, not going to lie. But you see our warden, like, that's why I, like, didn't even think I needed a flinger, because, like, our warden can literally, like, let me try to draw it. He can literally just solo everything on this side. So, like, that he's walking up. So that's why I was like, well, I don't even really need a flinger, because I was like, I can literally, my warden can just solo everything, because he's him. And see, like, I honestly, if we had more time, I could have probably swagged my Duke if I had more time. You know what? Maybe don't go for a flinger. Maybe just copy my approach. I was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get into the next one. By the way, that guy has a 272 finish, which is pretty good. This base, oh my god, this was one of the fails of the today. This is actually like kind of like an older. It's not super old, but it's like kind of out of the meta. This style of base. The reason I fail, I'll kind of just explain it real quick, and then I'll let the replay run. I tried to invis these two buildings right here, and then try to get a flame flinger right there, because I tried to invis these two, send rocket balloons in for the expo, but you'll see a Tesla pops up and pulls all my rocket balloons to the side, and that's annoying, super annoying actually. So one thing, so at that point, let's be real, you're kind of cooked. So one thing I could have still 3-starred, but you'll see. I think I panic and I use a rage spell, trying to get my fireball to this builder hut in the core right here, trying to get my fireball to this builder hut. But if I save that rage spell, I could have recalled my warden to the town hall, and I could have let the warden solo the town hall section, and I could have sent my Sui up through this 9 o'clock compartment with a log or even a troop launcher. And I think that would have still 3-starred. I think that would have worked better. But like this, you'll see. My king walks to the outside, and it's just it's not good. But yeah, I will explain one thing here in a second after this replay runs through. I kind of want to cover it because I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I don't have a bunch of rocket balloons, so I was like, how can I get past? Because there's always Teslas there now because people bait for that, like that invis trick. So I kind of want to show I think I figured out how to like combat it, and it's pretty simple to be honest with you. But yeah, this might have still 3-star if I funneled my king, but we'll see. The Sui just goes to the town hall. Queen deals with it. King just wraps all the way to the outside and I tried to send my Duke in for that rage tower, but he just doesn't deal with the whole thing just because, like, maybe if he was level 27 he could have, but like him being level 17 he did not. So yeah, maybe, I mean, possibly if he was max level maybe it could have still 3-starred, but who knows. It was very close, but let me show you what I mean by that trick. So if we go back to this replay, look what we could have done. So let me kind of draw it out. So if we place our warden up here, right, where this red circle is, the first thing the flame flamer is going to target is this building right here. It's going to snipe this mortar, right? So once it snipes the mortar, use barbarians or archers to, like, distract the mortar. But once it targets the mortar, it's going to target this Rico cannon. And it's going to take a while for this Rico cannon to get taken out. So what we could do is, the screen, let me take off. Once those buildings are taken, or like once the flame flanger has taken out this mortar and it's dealing with this Rico cannon, we can go ahead and test for like one of the Teslas that's going to be there with one rocket balloon, and then we can just invis the Tesla. Like the Tesla's like right here. We can just invis the Tesla and send in the rocket balloons. So it's a little bit more multitasking, but that's how you can bypass the Tesla. So I thought I would cover that. But let's go ahead and jump into the next attack. Now this one, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had no idea how to attack it, and guess what? I still have no idea how to attack it. I tried to, I knew on this base I needed a flinger, and I just didn't know where to get one. I just didn't really see any. The only way I could think of to like three, I feel like you need a flinger on this base. Maybe you don't, but like, dude, I feel like you do because if you, man, I don't know. Because if you fireballs rage, I feel like this rage is better to fireball because it's deeper, it's harder to get to. So, but then it's like if you send your Sui into this rage tower, it cooks your Sui, and you'll see, because I do that, and it does cook my Sui. But if you're sending your Warden into it, your Warden's gonna die as well. So I don't really know what you're supposed to do. The only thing I could think of is see how this Archer Tower can like, or even this Expo, the range is outside. You can place something right. You can place like a troop like right there on the outside. So the only thing I could think of to 3-star is that you could draw the CC pretty easily and wait for the CC to go away and then place a flinger and you could clear out like all of this and then send your Sui in. Or even just, honestly, if you clear that, you could probably just start your Sui up top while the Flame Flinger is working because that's going to be time consuming and your Duke could just finish soloing that compartment. So if I attack this base again, that's what I would do. I would draw the CC. I would draw the CC, get that flinger, start, like, recall my Warden at 3, where I do, start my Sui at 12, and then once my Flame Flinger pops, I would just deal with the rest of that rage compartment. I just deal with it with the Dragon Duke, because this Sweeper is facing away, so, and there's no Giga Bomb or anything over there. I don't think so. Where is the Giga Bomb? Oh, it's in the core. Why would it be in the core? That's retarded. But either way, that doesn't matter. That's what I would do personally if I had to attack the base again. You know, I think that would work. Because, like, in the CC, the only thing that was in there was just a freaking Lava Hound and a Furnace. And that's, like, super easy to deal with. So, yeah, that's what I would do. So, and I would recommend, if you've seen that base, I would recommend trying that. Definitely don't do what I did with this approach. Because obviously it does not work. I mean, maybe if you could manage your Sui better than I can, maybe you could make it work, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to make work. This might just be a time fail. No, because he can't solo an Expo and a Mono. That's impossible. But either way, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. I'll tell you right now, this guy, dude, I was nervous when I saw this clan name, El Cartel MK, or MX, sorry. I'm retarded. I'm super tired, by the way. I was, nervous when I saw this, because I've seen these guys on this clan, on the leaderboards. I think this is, the number 4 clan in the world. I saw this, and I was like, oh my god. But, this guy, dude, I'll show you his profile. He has a 250 finish last season. And, dude, I'm seeing this guy at, 4K reset, and it's like, bro, what the hell? But this tech is, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think we swag on this attack. We swag like a totem. But the goal is to fireball this spitter, because if we fireball the spitter, we get, all of this value. And then I don't see any Flame Flinger value. I tried to look for it, over here, but there's just the Expos are on the outside, and the heroes are, defending the rage compartment. So, I just don't see any Flinger value. So I just opt to fireball this spitter, then just kind of just send my Sui into here with a log and just let my Warden wrap around. It works pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, it's such a hard invis to get right. Thank God I got it. So, because that's the limit. That is the limit. You cannot, if they were any farther apart, you cannot invis those two buildings. By the way. And the Warden solos that freaking, that's bad base building. The Warden being able to solo the Revenge and then the multi-gear with no spell support, that is very poor base building, I'm not gonna lie to you. But you see how just they I don't know, I didn't think this plan was even gonna go that good, but once you like start doing it and like you get that fireball value and you let your warden just walk to the other rage, it just works so freaking good, man. I did not think it was gonna work this good. And then I just sent my Duke into this air defense just to kind of just push my heroes down towards the rage. I think they walk to the outside, but I don't really care, to be honest, because his base is like crushed. Like absolutely destroyed. Poison on the enemy king. W. Because we fireballed the CC. It's like so nice about fireballing the CC because then you can use your poison on the enemy heroes. Crushed. And we will swag a totem on the CC for some disrespect. Okay, this base. Dude, oh my god, this was like a butthole pucker. This is like a really old base, by the way. And so, like, I've forgotten how to attack it. But I try to, like, flame flinger this whole bottom section. And then just fireball this invis. I was going, what you can do is, and I thought about it, I think it's important to explain, I thought about Warden charging this bottom section, fireballing this rage tower and getting all of this, and then, like, sending my Sui up one side with a log. But the only reason I didn't do that is just because it's such a far, like, walk for them to get to the town hall. And there's this revenge tower, and they got the CC, and all the enemy heroes. I was like, dude, even with the easy modifiers right now, it's like, if I do that, I'm gonna freaking 1-star. Like 90% sure. So I was like, well, on this base in particular, you can actually flame flinger this bottom section, and then you can just fireball the invis tower, and I feel like that's best. The only problem is, it doesn't create good pathing for your Sui. That's the only bad part. But you see, we kind of just set up this flinger. We just used the skeleton spell. And, very nice. Once we do that, we test, because, like, sometimes the monolith will get off the skeletons and go towards the flame flinger. But then we, invis, fireball to that. I want to see what, you see that, but something hurts my flinger in the attack. But you see, once we do that, then we'll just recall our warden over to 3. Something hurts my flinger, and I don't remember what it was, and I really want to look, so I apologize. Something hurts it, and I really want to look, and I don't know what it is. Oh, spring traps, of course. How did the Hog Rider not get the spring trap? Are we serious? Whatever. But you see how there's no good path for my Sui? We can, like, send him right here, but it's like, then we got the Guardian, like, shooting it, and we got the freaking Revenge Tower. That's what I ultimately do. But there's really not a good place for your Sui. That's the only thing I don't like about this approach, is that you draw the... How did the CC not get taken out? Wait, are we fucking serious? I just realized that. I had to deal with the CC. Yeah, and then your freaking warden gets absolutely cooked. So I do not like this approach. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like it would work again. Like, I would probably do the same thing again. I feel like it would work. But I don't like it. I don't like, and dude, I'm gonna be honest, you're never gonna see this base. This base is like 4 seasons old. Like 4 seasons old. You are never going to see this base ever again. I can guarantee you. You will never see this base. So I'm going to be honest, don't even worry about it. The Dragon Duke is the MVP of this attack, by the way. Like, he literally solos, like, half the base, man. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. You got, I'll put timestamps in the video, but I need to go back and see how that did not get the CC. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know how that doesn't get the CC. That's ridiculous. Like, how does 2 Quakes just not get the CC? Doesn't make any sense. How does that not get the CC? Did I miss my Quakes that bad? Oh my god, I think I missed my Quakes that bad. I put them on the Town Hall. Wow. I'm actually a moron. Holy shit. I didn't even think that was possible. Oh, and then this base. Of course, just to top off a good day, we have to 99 time fail. So on this version of this base, I like to invis these defenses, snipe this Expo, and then you can just like flame flinger this whole side. And then you can start your warden on the other side, and I try to like fireball this to try to like get this out, but I'm gonna kind of speed it up because I feel like we all kind of know how this is gonna go. Like this base is like super hard, 99 time fail. It's hell unfortunate. So you see, I don't know. I'm not even gonna like worry about it. But see, we start our flinger. One fire might gets on the flame flinger, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. We got super lucky that Tesla didn't pour rocket balloons, by the way. We see we just able to flame flinger an entire thing. Then I will say the invis is hard to shoot for this one just because oh my god, how did I not get that Inferno, dude? Today was like I feel like I attacked good today, but then also I feel like I didn't. Like I should not miss my Quakes like that. And I've just been messing up my Quakes, man. Like, that's ridiculous. I should have used the Hog Rider test for those traps, by the way. But then it's nice the Flinger opens up those walls for the King for the ability. And then we can just send our Dragon Duke in for the Revenge. Because with the stun, should be fine. Our Warden does ultimately die, which kind of sucks. It actually sucks really bad. But at the end of the day, it's still just a 99 time fail. Which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Our queen solos that, and then, yeah, that mortar right there. Oh, nice. And look at that. We've already been 3-starred. And who would have guessed? By thrower spam. W. Thrower spam. But yeah, so that concluded yesterday's Legends. We ended like 1.6k. Pretty good. I'm not even worried about rank, to be honest. I just want to average 280 this season. I just want to average over 280, and I'll be pretty happy. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm going to bed. Peace.